All right, so we've collected the GT3 RS from the dealership at Champion Porsche, and now we're going to be heading over to Champion Motorsport. I'm meeting up with John and Tom over there, and we're going to be putting in the roll bar and the harnesses so that the car is prepared for the track. So we're here at Champion Motorsport now. We have the Sharath belts that are going to be putting in, and we're color matching this roll bar to match the car, which is going to be really, really sick. Once we do that, then we're going to be loading the car up and taking it to Atlanta Motorsport Park, where we are prepared to do some filming and my first track session with this vehicle ever. So really excited about that. So you're going to see us preparing the vehicle, loading it, unloading it, getting it situated there in the villa at AMP, and getting me track ready to go on to my first stint at Atlanta Motorsport Park. So today's the day we're going to be actually loading up and getting prepared to get into the car and do our first stint with the 3 RS. Getting into the gear and getting prepared. So I got my bag and I got all my stuff. Shout out to the guys over at OMP for taking care of us. We've got new boots, gloves, new helmet from Bell, and got our radios from Racing Radios, and we are set up. So John's helping getting me loaded up into the car, strapped in a comfortable position with the belts, and we're gonna go do our first stint. So as I'm preparing and getting myself ready to get into the car, the team is preparing the vehicle with all the camera systems and mounting and all the things that go into filming this type of production. And it's pretty exhaustive. You know, a lot of people will watch Top Gear, they'll watch any of these shows and like, oh, cool, they put some GoPros on the car and it's just that. But it isn't that simple all the time. There's a lot of vibration, there's a lot of speed, whether it be longitudinal or lateral, and that the cameras have to be mounted in a specific way so that they, one, stay on, and two, are able to resist the vibration and be able to get the shot clearly. So the team is preparing that and putting all those different things on different areas of the car, and have to be especially careful because with this particular car, there's a lightweight glass, there's a roll cage, there's my big ass helmet, there's a lot of different things that are like in there that are part of figuring out how to shoot it. So I am on the track right now and I am anxious. I'm anxious for a couple different reasons. One, it's my first stint. Two, I'm having incredible head pressure because of my neck issues that I'm having. I just got worked on with Mario, but my head feels like it's about to explode. In tandem with that, I'm having some sinus issues because of the amount of pollen that is happening in Atlanta at this particular moment. But we're here and it's go time. And that's what motorsport is. It doesn't matter what the conditions are. It's a matter of you being prepared for whatever that condition is and being able to go out and do it. I'm in the car and I'm in like excruciating pain, but I'm excited. So we're going, and not only that, but it's raining. So the track is damp, tires are cold, and I don't know my way around this track. I wasn't able to do a track walk. We did a little bit of some track watching and video before we got onto the track. I'm following Daryl as he's showing me the racing line with just road spray, right? And I'm just trying to learn the nuances of the particular track. It is a very fast track for this car, I would say. So we took it at a pretty slow pace, and you'll see, getting accustomed to the line, breaking points, where to track out, where to, kind of follow. And that was a really, really exhilarating experience. It was nerve wrenching, right? And really anxiety inducing, but it was a fun experience. And after doing a few laps, the rain kind of subsided, and we got to a point where the track did start to get a little bit dry, and I was able to get a little bit more pace. And I will say that this car does exceptionally well in the rain, more than you would think. And that has to do with the amount of aero that's on this car, right? The faster you go in this car, the more grip you have. And it's really, really incredible. So after getting a few laps under there, even though the conditions were wet, started to build some confidence, and we were able to get some more speed up. And that was a lot of fun, even under the situation and under the conditions. And it was really, really exciting, and I'm really glad we were able to do it. Really, really thankful to all the people that make this and made this happen. First of all, thanks to the folks over at Atlanta Motorsport Park for allowing us to bring the car in and be able to spend some time on the track. As many of you know, Atlanta Motorsport Park is a members-only club. They allowed us to come and take some time and share their facility with us while we were doing some filming and allowing me to experience the racetrack. So thank you to them for that. Another big shout out to Daryl Cannon. You guys know him as Killboy. He's the king of the tail and a huge asset and support for our production on this particular journey. Very, very track familiar, does a lot of media support for AMP, and was able to actually coach me through some of the racing line there at A&P while we were doing some of our initial stints. And that was incredibly helpful getting me up to speed on the racetrack. You know, we also travel with a lot of people and a lot of equipment. And many of you might know this, but maybe some of you guys don't know, but I have been struggling with some back and neck issues for pretty much all of my life, which has then in turn created some issues with my cervical spine. So not only has this been a very exciting moment getting into this car, it's also been a kind of bittersweet thing also because it's been a painful process. This car is, for lack of better words, a actual race car. It is a 911 race car in street form with just real glass and, you know, a number plate on the back of it. And as comfortable as it is, it's still a race car, and it's affected my condition pretty significantly, and it's made it challenging for me to be in the car for any duration of time. And so I'm thankful for my care team that does travel with me often. Mario is one of those guys. He's my therapist, works with me on stretching and strengthening and keeping me able to operate during these functions and on a daily basis. So I'm super appreciative to not only my care team, but also the facilitators of not only the vehicles, but the people who help me keep the vehicles on the road. You know, so that's the team at Champion Motorsport. Thank you so much to those guys, and to obviously the dealership and my service team there. They've been incredible. So with that, I'll close it out. Thank you again to the folks over at Atlanta Motorsport Park and my team. And now we're moving on to the next section, which is going to be the street. So we'll see you there.